Good afternoon, Jason Shepard here with the AnchorRoom. We're going to make a brief video showing the installation of our SVT inserts. These go underneath the extractor, if you so will, vents on the fender of the 2010 through 2014 Ford SVT Raptor. It does take a little bit more knowledge than just slapping on a decal, hence the reason for the video. The tools we're going to use today are very simple. We're going to use just plain water, a microfiber towel, and in this case I have a standard metal panel tool which I've wrapped with some painter's tape in order to make sure that we don't damage the paint. If you're fortunate enough to have a standard panel tool that is plastic, obviously you could just use it without covering it. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so the reason we are obviously making this video is to do the most difficult part, and that's the removal of this vent, this extractor vent on this Gen 1 10 to 14 Raptor. And even though this is the hardest part, it's actually pretty easy. I pulled the vent forward using my hands, got the panel tool behind it with the painter's tape as I mentioned earlier, and at this point you just want to force it up. Very simple. You hear those tabs just popping loose. And now there's the two tabs on the back, so I'm going to slide it towards the back side of the vehicle, and at that point I can just simply remove the vent from the car itself. Next step is fairly straightforward. We're going to take some water, and as you can tell, this is the piece that we've already installed in our car. It follows the contour of this area perfectly. What you're actually going to do is clean the area very well. Wipe it down, spray it again with water, and then simply take the actual decal in the kit, spray the back side of the decal with water also after peeling it away from the material, then applying it to the surface and flattening it down. Using a towel may help because you're obviously ultimately trying to remove all the water from the area, and you're going to end up with what you see in front of you. Like I said, we did this previously already, but it's a very straightforward installation. This piece is perfectly sized and just big enough to allow the SVT letters to show the material through. This is our reflective black, which actually is really neat because during the day it appears just black. Any light hits it and it'll light up. It'll actually reflect any light shown at it. So if you shine red at it, it'll reflect red. If you put a blue light on it, it'll reflect blue. Reinstallation is very simple. You have these two pieces here. As you can tell, they're going to slide right over this body panel, and once they're slid all the way forward, then these two tabs will pop right back into place. Take your time, line it up, and once we're there, press forward. That's all there's to it.